Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasiros. I talk about politics, sports, and entertainment to keep you well rounded what's going on around the world. If you don't like hearing the truth, definitely don't tune into this channel. So let's get started today. So, Elon Musk, he wants to be a dictator, he wants to be a communist. He wants President Trump to force American citizens to buy electric cars. And President Trump said, no, it's not right. And it's not right. And President Trump is absolutely right. So what does Elon Musk keep doing? He keeps going at President Trump on Twitter, the most powerful man in the world. And President Trump is now considering deporting him, and he should. It's time to teach him a lesson. If it wasn't for the great United States of America giving him all this money to build his businesses, he couldn't do the things that he does. So enough is enough already. You want to attack the hand that feeds you? You want to attack the most powerful man in the world? And it's not only is he just attacking President Trump, he's flat out saying that President Trump was on Epstein Island and the government won't release the files because President Trump was having inappropriate relationships with children. It's time to teach this little communist a lesson. So let's let President Trump talk and we'll go from there.
Good morning. We're going out to Alligator Alcatraz. It's an East Coast version, and it should be very exciting, very good.
Alligator Alcatraz. You want to come to America illegally? You're going to look out the window and see all the gators waiting to eat you. Couldn't have made a better place myself.
Worked very hard on it with Ron and everybody, and I think it's going to be great. And then I'll be back here fighting for the bill, and I hear it's going okay. We'll move it along. But we'll be back here pretty early.
What do you think the president of the bill using warning some Republicans not to go too crazy with the cuts? Are there parts of the bill or amendments that you think cut too much?
We're going to have to see the final version. No, I don't want to go too crazy with cuts. I don't like cuts. There are certain things that have been cut, which is good. I think we're doing well. We're going to have to see. It's very complicated stuff. Great enthusiasm, as you know. And I think in the end, we're going to have it. What do you think, Caroline? Yeah, I think it.
What do you think about Joe Biden having such a hard time condemning the phrase globalized intifada?
I think he's terrible. He's a communist. The last thing we need is a communist. I said there will never be socialism in the United States. So we have a communist. So I think it's bad news. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with him, watching him, because he has to come right to this building to get his money. And don't worry, he's not going to run away with anything.
President Trump needs to put Mandami on a plane, give him a one-way ticket back to where he comes from if he wants Americans to live under socialism. President Trump knows how to deal with this communist piece of garbage. I know that for sure.
I think he's, frankly, I've heard he's a total nut job. I think the people of New York are crazy. If they go this route, I think they're crazy. We will have a communist for the first time, really, a pure, true communist. He wants to operate the grocery stores, the department stores. What about the people that are there? I think it's crazy.
What happened to Elon Musk?
Who?
What happened to Elon Musk?
Nothing. You know, he's upset he's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but you know, he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. We hope it's going to happen, and we're looking forward to happen sometime next week. We want to get our hostages out. We want to get the hostages out.
What if the big, beautiful bill doesn't pass? You have to go through item by item by item and pass this stuff one at a time, or do you just try again?
I think we're going to get there. It's tough. We're trying to break it down so it's really good for the country. Trying to get a lot for everybody. And it's a big bill. And smaller bills would have been easy, but they wouldn't have been as good. I think it's going to do okay.
And with the Alligator Alcatraz, it's the idea that it does they just get eaten by an alligator or a snake or something.
I guess that's the concept. This is not a nice business. I guess that's the concept.
And here, you know, this is for all the people that are losing their mind about Alligator Alcatraz. It's Florida. Alligators are everywhere. You go on college campus at the University of Miami, there's alligators walking around. There's alligators in people's pools. There's alligators everywhere. So you don't think in the county jails and the state prisons around there that there's alligators? But everybody's upset because illegals are going to be surrounded by alligators. Who the F are illegals? Like, you think they have more rights than American citizens? Oh, well, deal with it. Floridians deal with it. If you commit a crime in Florida, you deal with it. You go to the county jail, there's gators around there. Oh, but these poor illegals, these poor people that broke the law, they're just looking for a better life. I know this is very difficult for liberals to accept. When you come into the country illegally, it's a federal crime. You could be separated from your family. You could be deported. You could be put in prison, and you can pay a big fine, and you should.
Snakes are fast, but alligators are big. We're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay? If they escape prison, how to run away. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this. And you know what? Your chances go up about 1%. Okay? Not a good thing.
What's going to talk to Nate John about next Monday?
So he's coming here. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about the great success we had. I mean, we had an incredible, in Iran, we had an incredible success, like really nobody's had in many, many years. That was a precision war strike, and the word obliteration can now be used because the Atomic Energy Commission said you can't even get into the place. It was demolished. It was really demolished. It was a great, brilliant strike, and how to go forward. We're also going to talk about Gaza. We want to get the rest. We got a lot of hostages back, but we're going to talk about Gaza. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV...
You just heard it there. Elon gets a lot of subsidized. Hey, Elon Musk, shut your effing mouth. President Trump, do what you got to do. Teach him a lesson already. Enough's enough already. Drop the hammer on him, and let's move on.
Mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid, maybe someday a hydrogen. If you have a hydrogen car, it has one problem. It blows up, So I'm going to give that one to Peter. I'm going to let Peter test it out.
And President Trump is absolutely right. Again, Americans shouldn't. The whole beef stems from this. Elon Musk wants President Trump to make a mandate where every American has to buy an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want a gas car. So Elon Musk claims to be Mr. Freedom and, rights, and he's for the world. But then he wants to force you to do something you might not want to do. Hey, if you want to operate like that, go live in China, go live in Cuba, go live in Afghanistan. You're more than welcome. And guess what? The money that America gives you, you won't get a penny from them. So just shut up already. I'm over Elon Musk. After the last backstabbing that he did to President Trump, with the thing with the Epstein files and Epstein Island, F Elon Musk. I will never support him again. I was going to buy a car, one of those camper, you name it. I'm good. Thanks.
Hydrogen cars, and when they blow up, it's serious. They find you 5 blocks away. It's that crazy.
President, how are the main talks going? Are there any countries we can expect to see before the July 9th deadline?
Everything's going well. Honestly, everything. This is very complicated because it's very big, a lot of different areas. Look, the Republicans have their heart in it. The Democrats they just want to destroy a country. A Democrat wants to destroy the country. They won't vote on it. They don't vote on anything. This is the biggest tax cut in history. Everything is the biggest in history. It's the best bill we've ever had. We can't get one Democrat vote. When do you think we'll get
the biggest tax cut in history, and not one Democrat will vote for it, but they're the party of the people. No, they're the party of illegal aliens, gangbangers, transvestites. They're the party of everything but the hardworking, law-abiding American citizen.
When do you think you'll get final
nice
passage?
guy, Peter? What do you think?
Very nice guy. When do you think we'll get final passage of the bill?
Hopefully soon. Hopefully today. if we can. Final passage. When I say final, let's take Senate at a time, okay? But I think Senate could be today, and we go over to the House.
And what about Senator Murkowski? Is there any way to placate her?
Who knows? You tell me. You tell me. Is there? Alaska's done so well with me. There's never been a president better to Alaska than me. But it doesn't mean people appreciate it. Have a good time.
All right, I'm going to end it with that because of all the noise in the background from the helicopters. You know, for 80 years old, President Trump looks absolutely incredible. His energy, his fire, his spirit, his demeanor. You know, then you got to factor in all he eats is McDonald's. He looks like dynamite. He sounds like dynamite, and he's doing a dynamite type of job. Thank God for President Trump. Every person on the planet should be thanking God for President Trump because if Kamala Harris won that election, you could have kissed America goodbye. But instead, we are being led by the greatest president in the history of the United States of America. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasiros.